Alright, here's the next item that's going on the bench. This here, I believe, is a 1941 or 42 Zenith black dial model 7S633. I believe it's the R suffix. It is similar in nature to the 529 that I'm winding up. And speaking of the 529, I am still curing the cabinet. I did another 3 coats on it last night, and I'm letting it cure up today and possibly tomorrow real well before I start flipping it and turning it over and handling it. The chassis is ready to go back in it, so I'm still dealing with that. Before the video is released, before the video is finalized and released to YouTube, I have a special request from a subscriber that I give him first shot on buying the radio. He is definitely seriously interested in it, and whenever it's completed, I'm going to do a short clip of its operation and send it off to him. And if he said, I say how much, and he says yes, it's going to go to him. Otherwise, if he balks, it'll go to eBay. So anyway, this one here is in pretty good shape. There is some issues with it, of course. Right here we've got some delaminating going on right here at the base of this, right through there. That discoloration is. Apparently it got a little moisture there. We've got a little separating here going on, and then over here we've got a more major issue developing. This here is split and stressed to about this point right in here. I believe we can draw all that back together and get it all blended and get this separation here. I believe this is a 3-part border on this radio. I believe this is one piece, front piece, over to that radius, and then that's another piece. So I don't think that's a split. I think it's just a seam. So we've got that major thing to deal with. Other than that, the cabinet is in pretty structural good shape. This has got, similar to the radio organ controls, tone controls. There's a little slop in those, but they feel okay. The knobs, I'm just flabbergasted at the way, the condition of the knobs. I mean, this volume on-off knob is typically always missing its bright and is seriously deformed if it isn't missing entirely. And of course the tuning and the band control. See, that operates just like the 530 and the 529. The push button presets feel really good and positive. So all it'll probably need is good buffing up and cleaning and scrubbing. The glass has no Mars in it, and the dial looks like it's real nice. It just needs a polishing, and then we'll do some brightening on the Zenith dial needle. Now on the back, let me see if I can spin this around without any more issues. The back, it has a wave magnet antenna. When I unboxed it, I removed it in order to get still pictures of the cabinet chassis and the condition of the radio as I received it, in case any issues was to evolve from the shipping. I have not removed the chassis, but it's going to get removed now in this video, well, in the next segment. The speaker has an issue. It has a major issue. Hopefully that field coil is still good. Push button assembly looks okay. There is a little tarnishing and some superficial rust on the tuner, but other than that, it looks really good. It's got some of its sticker label unstuccoed. Hopefully the transformer is still in good condition. I'm just gonna guess that it is, as well as everything else. I'm not too sure about any of that stuff there. And the bottom is still looking pretty good. At least it's not delaminating. So give me a minute and let me get the chassis unloosened, and we'll take a look. Okay, we got the thing opened up. The chassis removed. The bezel's all good shape, not bent anywhere. The glass is still nice shape. It'll be polished up. Got the chassis out. All the tubes are there. We've got a little bit of topical rust right there and some superficial here. Might have been a little mouse or something in there. Those look like little piddles maybe. That can be cleaned up. Everything else is pretty nice. Get a load of this speaker. Did a mouse lay an egg or something? Shit, man. It feels like, it looks like an egg, and I don't know, but it sure doesn't feel, it doesn't feel like one. What it feels like is like a ping pong ball, but it's egg shaped, clearly egg shaped, and I'm not really sure what. That's a good one. I have no idea, but not a problem. We'll yank this cone and recone it. That's not a problem. We fix things. We don't whine and cry about it. Oh, okay, now the moment of truth. Looky that. It's untouched. It's I mean, it is really untouched. All the connections to the original can electrolytic is still there, and all of these wires, interconnects, they're not rubber. I'm astonished. I'm not seeing any rubber wires in here at all. Let's see, now over here, now they did use rubber wires for their tone controls, but not in this model. They are all in good shape. So we may have dodged a bullet there. Just a matter of yanking this range switch, band switch, out of there and getting it nice and cleaned up like the other one. Yeah, this is a lot similar in nature, except to the 529, except the push button assembly is a different type, and it's mounted up on the front and not on the chassis. And in place of the push button deal on the 529, the 633 has the trimmers and the oscillator for the shortwave and AM bands mounted in that position. And there's about as many caps. And the nice thing about it is there is no rubber wiring to the IFs. Now, when they did use rubber wires for the IFs, man, they were a pain. But after about 6 or 7 times of doing the yanking the things and replacing them, I mean, it does get easier. I mean, you remember, talk about muscle memory. It's my brain that it's kind of the issue with it. So, I believe this one here is going to be a good refurbishment candidate. Yeah, everything is still operational on that. We had a little bit of rusting going on right here, but that's going to be taken apart and cleaned. And the good thing about this chassis was when I turned it up, I didn't know if you noticed or not, but there was no ooze coming out of the bottom of this transformer, so it's probably still a good candidate. Now, I noticed the wire was patched in with a different vintage cord on it, but from here on in is toast, and hopefully the tubes are all still good, and if not, I got some. So we're gonna jump both feet into this in the next day or two and get her started. In the meantime, in between scrub-a-dub-dub and rubbing in the tub, is we're gonna get this 529 cabinet. We're gonna get it wound up. So stay tuned. There'll be more.